and welcome back to today's edition of Mexico News Network's Breaking News. Remember, we're broadcasting from the El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Carisma. Now, don't forget to follow us on social networks on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and browse through our website for more information on the positive side of Mexico and how it has to do with the world of technology, science, and more. Now, let's continue with more great stories. Ángel Carrillo is a 23-year-old native of San Ildefonso, Hueyotipan, Tlaxcala, who recently created an app that aims to help people suffering from some sort of violence. Carrillo, an engineer in strategic systems, graduated from the Polytechnic University of Tlaxcala, who developed the app and in response to the brand new worries he experienced shortly after becoming a father. So, in comes his new creation, NeuroApp Sauces. With this app, the user only needs to register a series of data on a smartphone along with a secret password. Access to the application is simple. Users need only hit the panic button and say the secret password, which then activates the GPS. The signal is then sent out to the emergency contact and to the emergency services of the city where the user is located. One advantage of this device is that the messages are still sent even if the user does no longer have credit. It continues sending the phone's location to the emergency center every 2 or 3 minutes. In an interview with Milenio Noticias, Carrillo said NeuroApp Sauces is designed to function silently so as not to alert the aggressor. Carrillo recently won first place in the app contest Mobile for Change, which is organized by Telefónica in coordination with Qualcomm. Even though the application is not yet on the market, Carrillo says that with some money and a good team, it would be more than ready in about 3 months. In other news, unmanned aerial vehicles, better known as UAVs, are drones, and they've become a popular in a variety of fields, including entertainment, surveillance, law enforcement, maritime patrolling, and even weddings. Their impact on Mexico has been significant enough for it to be considered Latin America's leader in the drone usage. Unlike the United States, in Mexico there are still no clear regulations on drone usage. Mexico's growing airspace sector, the popularity of these devices, and the opening of the country's first drone pilot academy are testament to Mexico's development as a competitor in the drone industry. Now, Mexico has low production costs, and there is very skilled labor that can turn the nation into a key player in the drone industry, said José Luis González, director, founder of Mexico's Drone Academy, to digital outlet Fusion. He added that in less than a year, 50 drone pilots have already graduated from the academy, proving that the industry is a very attractive one. Now, Mexican authorities are no strangers to the use of drones either. Agencies at different levels currently employ this technology, from anything to monitoring areas with high crime rates and patrolling the Sea of Cortez in order to keep illegal fishing from endangering vaquitas as a critical endangered species of porpoise. Mexico is, of course, not alone in this trend, such as Argentina, Colombia, Peru, Chile, and even Brazil are also making their way into the drone industry. Now, it is hoped that these machines are used for positive and perhaps educational purposes, with regulations in force to prevent the invasion of private property and disclosing personal images. In more news, in Mexico City, just outside of the San Juan Bautista parish in the borough of Coyoacán, you can find a 65-year-old man who goes by the name of Juan Orozco Alvarez. He considers himself to be the only police officer in the world who speaks English, French, Italian, Japanese, German, and also Korean. Juan Orozco assures that every day many tourists consult him for his services, seeing how some do not speak Spanish. He notes that when the foreigners realize that he speaks their language, they are very surprised and even ask if they can have their picture taken with him. He then proudly wears his auxiliary police uniform, which displays his assignment to the 58th Squadron, as he assures that the agency opened its doors to him when he was very young, allowing him to become the person he is today and to care for his family. During an interview with Notimex, Mr. Orozco pointed out that the first language he ever learned was English, in fact, and from that moment onwards, he could not stop learning. He comments that he learned his first 4 languages at the Center of Foreign Languages of the National Autonomous University of Mexico, better known as UNAM. Don Juan, as people call him, has never left Mexico, in fact, but he dreams about going to New York someday with his wife, who is currently sadly ill. Quoted on the Saltillo Zócalo website, he stated at home when he has books and CDs locked up. No one can take them. They are his biggest treasure, just like his wife, Lourdes Delgado Garcia, and his son, Juan David, of 33 years, and his daughter, Norma Angelica, of 43 years old, who already made him a grandpa, because each one of them has 2 kids. Currently, Juan Orozco studies Chinese and plans on learning Arabic and Hebrew during the next few years. In other news, Wikipedia, to be offered in Maya and Mixtec, is coming up very soon. 2 more editions in Mexico's indigenous languages added onto its edition in 288 different languages, meaning that Wikipedia will expand its availability in Mexican indigenous languages with new editions in Maya and Mixtec. Now this would be an addition to its current edition available in Nahuatl. Ivan Martinez, president of Wikimedia Mexico, told the Associated Press that his association's mission is to provide people with access to knowledge and has to accomplish this in their own language. Wikipedia currently has an edition in Nahuatl with approximately 10,000 articles. It also features the option to read them in ancient as well as modern Nahuatl, as many academics often learn ancient Nahuatl while native speakers use the modern version. Now, editions in indigenous languages emerge at the initiative of users, according to Martinez. When Mexico Wikimedia was founded originally, there was already publishings in Nahuatl, Martinez said of the edition created in the year 2009. Now, these tools are made by people themselves and do not require any authorization. Like Wikipedia itself, no one needs to ask permission for it to be born. Now, for now, the Maya edition, currently developed with the communities of Yucatan, has about 1,000 articles prepared. The Mixtec edition has 100 articles and is being developed with communities of the state of Oaxaca. Now, this language presents a particular challenge because it has around 81 linguistic variations. Now, to expand the content in indigenous languages, Wikimedia Mexico organizes translation marathons. The announcement of new editions in indigenous languages was made during the first edition of the annual Wikimania conference in Mexico. And that was when Mexico was chosen, among other reasons, for having the highest readership of Wikipedia in Spanish, with 35 and 45 million unique visitors in Mexican territory. Additionally, it also holds second place in the editing of more articles in this language, right behind Spain, according to data provided by Martinez. Now, this year's edition in Mexico is the second Wikimania conference celebrated in Latin America after the first one, which took place in Buenos Aires, Argentina in 2009. During the conference, it was also announced that Wikimedia Mexico would be signing a collaboration agreement with Mexico's National Council for Culture and the Arts. Additionally, Wikipedia currently has the support of Mexican academics who use the encyclopedia as a teaching tool. In Mexico, Wikimedia has 72 volunteers, most of which are women in fact, and 25 staff members. Together, they have created safe spaces for them to work in, all in confidence with women in events, according to Martinez, with the participation of women in the free encyclopedia. Additionally, he spoke of Wikimedia Mexico's commitment to close Wikipedia's gender gap, illustrated by the fact that out of 10 Wikipedians, only 1 is a woman. Incredible news, don't you think? Sadly, this was all for today. Thank you so much for staying with us, broadcasting from El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma. Now remember, and do not forget that Mexico News Network is your #1 source of positive and relevant information about Mexico and the world of science, technology, and development. So remember to follow us on social networks, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and do not forget to browse through our website, www.mexiconewsnetwork.com. Thank you for joining us today. I am Elisa Carballo, and we'll see you next time.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.